everyone, and welcome back to my channel. And welcome to Vlogmas. So if you are new to YouTube or new to my channel, Vlogmas is something that happens on YouTube in December where different YouTube creators sometimes put out videos every single day, sometimes once a week or a few times a week, showing how they're gearing up for the holidays and doing fun things. And since I live in London, and London is just so spectacular during the month of December, I figured I would do a modified Vlogmas. I definitely cannot vlog every day. I work full time and I also don't get up to anything that exciting every single day, but I am doing tons of fun things in London. So I thought I would focus my Vlogmas, maybe one, maybe two videos a week if I really get my act together, around what are some incredible things to do in London in the run-up to Christmas. So if that sounds good, please join me on this really fun journey this month. And with this video kicking it off, I actually am starting a little bit early because as an American in London, I don't feel like Christmas actually starts until Thanksgiving ends. And I thought this might be interesting to cover, especially if you are coming over on a trip to London for Thanksgiving, or I've actually heard from my British friends that Thanksgiving is starting to take off a bit in the UK, specifically around Friendsgivings at people's houses or just going out for a meal. So I'm gonna share with you what we did for Thanksgiving in London, and then I'm gonna take you through some of the incredible Mayfair Christmas lights, and then we're gonna finish up the video with a really wacky Christmas ornament haul from Selfridges. There's some really weird Christmas ornaments that are like very expensive. And I just always get such a kick out of seeing what like the weird, wacky, wonderful ones are each year. Who knows? It might be like your kind of weird and you might want to buy one for yourself or a loved one as a bit of like a joke, fun gift. So I thought I might as well share them with you because they bring me a lot of joy. So if that sounds good, let's jump into the video. So we celebrated American Thanksgiving this year at the Soho Hotel at the Refuel, I think it's like lounge and bar. I will leave it linked down below. And they do a £65 per person prefix, which includes an incredible amount of food. You can see here, these were the starters that we had for the table. They do accommodate dietary preferences because we had some vegetarians and some gluten-free at the table. It does include one welcome drink, which was like this cranberry rosemary cocktail, which was really nice. Any other drinks you do have to purchase yourself. So after starters, we had the first course. I had this celeriac quiche, which with crab, which was so good. And then my friends had this kind of pumpkin spiced hummus with crudités. I probably should have gone for the healthier option, but I liked my naughtier one. And for the mains, there were actually 4 different options. One option, which you see here, is the ham, which comes with a pineapple and creamed Brussels sprouts. There's also the traditional turkey, which comes with stuffing, and of course, a generous helping of gravy. And then there's also a vegetarian dish, which was like a potato and mushroom and kale dish. There also was a fish dish as well, which I think was a sea bass, which did not have the bones removed, much to my friend's dismay. And then it comes with sides to share for the table, which is like the different mashed potatoes, sweet potatoes, greens. And then for the desserts, I think pretty much everyone at the table had the pumpkin pie. So I was absolutely stuffed to the gills. They do let you take some of it home, but yeah, it was really, really great for Thanksgiving. My friend Susan, I owe her a huge thank you because every year in like August or September, Susan picks a different restaurant for our group of friends for Thanksgiving. So we all need a Susan in our lives, and there are tons of different restaurants that kind of do the American Thanksgiving, usually in a prefix kind of style. So if that's something that interests you, whether you're visiting or whether you're a local, I would encourage you to check it out. And I can definitely recommend the Refuel for our Thanksgiving. I mean, so much good food. All right, so next up, I decided to do a lovely walk through Mayfair to enjoy the Christmas lights, starting with the Burlington Arcade, which was so crowded, but so beautiful. I came out on the back end by Ralph Lauren, And this is like the peak area to go check out if you want to see the luxury store windows at Christmas. They all really go over the top, starting with Ralph Lauren, which was just classic and beautiful. But you can see here, as you turn that corner onto New Bond Street, wow, I mean, it's just absolutely stunning. And the crowds were definitely popping as a result of that. Lots of like paparazzi like me taking pictures of all the gorgeous stores. But it's that time of year and it just makes for such an incredible kind of sightseeing experience. But let's go a little bit closer into some of the stores I thought did a really good job. So Mikimoto here was just so chic with the kind of white flowers. And then I really tried to get a look at Cartier, which is quite famous, but there was this huge truck in front. So I did a little bit more focus on Ralph Lauren, which both had the American flag, the British flag, so many gorgeous wreaths, bows, all lit up. It was just spectacular. I definitely need to go back to get a better look at Cartier and Boodles, but here's another look at Mikimoto. And then I decided to start walking down the street just to look at some of the other stores like Graf, which have these beautiful trees and baubles. Like, I wonder if people actually steal the baubles at night. Of course, that's where my mind goes to. But Chaumet and Chanel were also just beautiful and classic. And then I always want to look at Piaget and Bulgari. Bulgari always does the Serpenti every year, which is always very beautiful. Then I kept going down to Christian Dior, which was just stunning. Definitely one to stop and take in, as well as the windows themselves are really beautiful. But as I was battling the crowds, it was kind of hard to get up front with the actual store windows. So if you want to see more of that, let me know. And then I made my way over to Berkley Square, which to catch the famous Annabel. So Annabel's is a members club in London, and their display was just spectacular with kind of this almost like circusy, Christmassy theme, but really, really lovely. And I'm not a member of Annabel's, but I have been in many times, and it is always fabulously fun and festive on the interior as well. So then I turned the corner and checked out a few more kind of Mayfair shops. I mean, every street that you go down at this time of year in London is just outstanding. This is in front of the Connaught Hotel, which is quite a famous hotel. They always do something fabulous with their Christmas tree, and it's such a great hotel just to go in for like a coffee or a drink. You know, a great meal would be a wonderful special treat for like a Christmas meal. Then I went over to Grovesnor Square to check out the Ever After Garden, which is actually created in support of the Royal Marsden Cancer Charity. And the garden is actually designed to be a tranquil haven where people can remember friends and family that they have lost. The garden has over 25,000 illuminated white roses. And if you look closely, they actually have little signs with the names of people's loved ones below them, kind of closer to where the grass is. And it's a suggested £10 minimum donation to sponsor a rose. And it's open from 3 to 9 p.m. daily until the 19th of December. Although to be fair, it says 3 to 9 p.m. Probably because that's when they turn the lights on, but this is a public park which is open daily. Obviously, I'm sure it does close at 9 p.m., but yeah, through December 19th. But it's just very beautiful and emotional to go check it out, and I would definitely recommend it if you're in the area. So next up, I turned the corner and made my way to Selfridges, because you definitely have to go into Selfridges at this time of year and visit Oxford Street, even though it is so crowded. But I wanted to go check out some of the Christmas decorations, but the entire store is decorated, so if you want me to go back and film some of that, leave a comment down below. But I always like to see what kind of ornaments are on display, and each basically major department store has a dedicated Christmas area with ornaments, with gifts, with all the festive decor, and it's so fun to check out. And I've noticed a theme in recent years that like the ornaments are just getting a bit weirder. Like, for example, would you fancy having some carrots on your Christmas tree? Not even just carrots, like white carrots. I don't even think that they actually, I mean, they have some orange ones for good measure, but like white carrots, really random. Or what about like a big meaty old burger? Perhaps if you've got a hamburger lover, or I guess the joke is like the hamburglar, in your life, that might be something that they enjoy having on the tree. And or maybe what about like a toasted grilled cheese sandwich with glitter? Super fabulous. They're also like super big. The grilled cheese is like the palm of my hand level big. Or perhaps maybe if you've got like a Starbucks or a coffee lover in your life, this ornament is literally ripping off Starbucks. It's a cappuccino coffee, but it has the green straws. So I think Starbucks might need to claim some royalties on that one. Or maybe we've all got that friend who spends a bit too much time in Ibiza, or Ibiza, as maybe Americans might say. Perhaps you want to get your favorite kind of party animal, free spirit lover, foam party lover, that ornament. Or we've got a really weird combination here, matcha or butter. I mean, maybe this is going to be like a bulletproof matcha, like bulletproof coffee, but yeah, I just think I've seen the butter ornament before. I just can't get my head around it. The matcha one's kind of cute though, in my opinion. Or also one that I actually might rock on my Christmas tree, Karl Lagerfeld with Chopette, his famous cat. I mean, absolutely outstanding and just the right amount of quirky. Or perhaps maybe if you have a friend who loves their red wine, this one actually really caught my eye because it has like red wine looking liquid inside and is just super fun as a little gift. I also actually really love the selection of nutcrackers, and I think I've always wanted to buy one for my home Christmas decor, and I think this like Pride nutcracker would be definitely up on the list because he's just so over the top and fabulous in the best possible way. And then another one that also struck my eye as ripping off a major brand is this No. 5 Favorite Paris, which is basically a ripoff of Chanel No. 5, but is actually pretty cute if you've got that kind of girly girl in your life. And then yeah, after I made my way down Marylebone High Street, which I definitely need to go back and film properly because their Christmas lights are so beautiful this year. I think they're a bit of a variation from previous years, but I really just couldn't resist capturing the moment. And then I actually made my way over to Fitzrovia, where very surprisingly, I saw this Italian restaurant. Well, I assume it's Italian because it's called Sergio's. And oh my gosh, it is over the top Christmas kitsch, both on the outside and the inside. So I think if you're trying to plan a festive Christmas lunch or dinner, this would be on my list to check out the menu and go see if maybe the food matches the hype of the exterior, because it just really made me smile. So with that said, that wraps up my first Vlogmas showing you some really fun and festive things to do in London. I've got so many more coming up to share with you, including going to Christmas tea at the Ritz, Christmas at Kew Gardens, the Miracle at Henrietta pop-up crazy kitschy bar, as well as I'm definitely gonna go film more of the London Christmas lights. But if there's anything else you really wanna see, as promised, I'm definitely gonna do one video a week, but if I can capture more content and edit it in time, I will definitely do more than that. So please leave your comments and requests down below. What would you like to see in London in the run up to Christmas? Because I've been in London almost 9 years now and I just love it here and I would love to share more with you. So if you like this video, please hit that like button. Please consider subscribing to see more of my Vlogmases and leave those comments. So thanks again for tuning in and I will see you soon.